That is the sound of the jar of names. I've broken it. There we go, I fixed it. Let's get a name. Okay, so this video is for everyone, including but not excluded to Spudley Dudley 85, who I believe has changed his name to Spudley Dudley. Right, so yes, welcome to another Cup of Tea in a podcast. This is the Cup of Tea.
Z.
And this is the podcast. Let me get my list. Here we go then. Oh, I need to turn it round. Bear with me. Right, so I suppose we should start off by saying hello to November. We're now firmly into 1 week of November, which is good. It means Christmas is nearly here. All the other dates of, like special dates are finished, such as firework night, Halloween night, next one's Christmas. Well, Thanksgiving, I suppose. But yes, anyway, moving swiftly on because I'm getting a bit distracted. We go on to this week's skip list, which might be in the description. It might be in the comment section, but it might not. You can skip to this week's update, this week's topic, this week's book club, this week's question, and this week's goals. Updates then. Okie dokie. So, what have we got to talk about in the update? Well, first things first, we should be pretty much on track now then. The plan was to get caught up by Monday with my little structure, and I think it's actually worked. This might be out in the wee hours of Tuesday morning, and the Assassin's Creed episode, which should be out on a Monday, probably out on a Tuesday, just because I've had to upload other footage that I was still waiting for the pointing episode to do. Actually, no, that's a lie, because the pointing episode is now up. It's just because I've put this off a little bit. Because it was a bit of a weird evening on this Monday. But yeah, basically apart from that, we're on track. And soon we'll be, because I've still got a plan that I'm sticking to make sure that I am definitely on track. So that's good. Right then, also to talk about this week is, now that I've I've been waiting for things to happen, like render and stuff, I've been planning some videos. I've now finished November's videos, planned them out. I just need to get onto December's videos and plan them, and then we'll be on track, and then I can start planning other videos. But that's that. Plan is to get at least one new video series started by December. I really want one specific one to start, but that's a question for another time. Let's go on to topic then. Let's just go on to this week's names. I actually need to open up the document because I've closed it down because it was a while ago. We'll find out why when we get to this week's question. Wait for it to load up here. But these are this week's videos. Obviously, you have this one right here. This is the podcast. It's what you're listening to right now. And then later on, probably early hours of Tuesday, you'll get an Assassin's Creed 3 video called The Witcher. The Witcher is someone that goes around killing monsters. So, sort of like that. Although we're not killing. And then later on that Tuesday, we shall have another episode of Bioshock Bastion called Hot Under the Collar. It's not too bad if you're up to date with the Bastion episodes, then you know that something about the location is making me hot under the collar. But yes, that's that one. After that, we'll have Wednesday. That should be on time, by the way. Wednesday, we should have another one that's on time. It's an Assassin's Creed video called TC. That's SEA for the C, not the letter C. This is basically something to do with the Boston Tea Party. You can probably guess the pun from there. And then after that, on Thursday, we'll have a Bastion video called Captain Kid JD. Because we get promoted, basically, because the game gets promoted. The game's just amazing now. It's a 49-minute long video because it's just so much happening. Let's just say stuff goes down. Stuff goes down, and I find my new favourite weapon combo. And then after that, Friday, Assassin's Creed, we should be fully well and stocked and ready to be caught up by now. On Friday, we'll have an episode of Assassin's Creed 3 called Good Night, William Johnson. We finally get on with some story stuff. And then after that, we'll have a pointing episode out on Saturday of Assassin's Creed 3 called Scotch Plains Pointing, which should be fun to do. Right, and then last week's hint in the video was not in the video because I unfortunately forgot to put it in again. However, this week's hint will be placed in. Basically, it's a special day on Friday. If you know what it is, congratulations. If not, you can look for the hidden letters within this episode and try and decipher them and put them into like a code. And it will spell out something. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letters to find. It is the same one as I was supposed to put in last week. but it wasn't actually that video last week. I was mistaken. But this week it definitely is. So hopefully they'll be in here. Hopefully I'll remember. I'll put them at the end, so I'll find them when I finish editing the video, and I'll be like, oh, I'm ready to put them in. So yeah, try and find them if you want to. Okay, that's that. Is it time to go into book club? Of course it is. So, reading Jonathan Strange Missionary still. I actually went to a film festival in York the other day, so I had like 6 hours drive. I wasn't driving, but I was in a passenger seat. I was driving. They were driving. I was in a car. Well, it was a coach, but still. Yeah, basically, first off, if you ever want to go to a film festival, I would highly recommend it. Those things are great. If I can remember, in my comments, there'll be a link to a certain film that we saw at the film festival. Oh, it's just so good. Let me know if you get the ending, because everyone in the screening we saw, no one got it. Well, I did, but I think a few other people did as well. But I had to explain to the people around me. It was just great. Anyway, book club, yeah, still. So yeah, I managed to read a lot of that book during that time. Basically, we've got to the split now, where the two characters split, which is good. It means actually things are actually starting to happen. It's a very slow burner, this book. It's not much happens very quickly. Everything takes time, which I suppose is quite... I suppose that's basically how Victorian gentlemen worked, really, wasn't it? It was like slow to do things, but doing things they did. Yeah, but yeah, good book still. Going to order the new book soon, so I need another 3, and they'll be getting here for Christmas time. So, ooh, excited! Okay, then, so let's move on now to over the page. Let's go to the community section this week. Then, cool. Right then, so we've got quite a small one this week because it's only been a few days. But we go to Mention Monday first, as these are the people that commented since the last podcast. Usually a week. It will be a week now, so now you know. But this week we have 2 names on the Mention Monday. We have Max Ravage and we have Horia. So thank you very much for commenting, you two. I look forward to your comments next week. And, of course, yeah, next week it'll be back to normal. Well, it'll be proper week's videos. All right, then, so let's go on to the Q&A now. Then we have a question from Horia, who says, name that movie. The world's largest ice bucket challenge ends in a disaster. All right. Ice bucket challenge. So icy water, and the ending ends in disaster. So I would say Frozen, but that's not really an ice bucket challenge, because ice bucket challenge is about icy water. So I'm not going to say Frozen. I want to say Ice Age, but I don't think it's Ice Age. The world's largest ice bucket challenge ends in disaster. Do you know what? I will say Frozen. I think it's Frozen, even though if it is, it's wrong. But I think I'm going to say Frozen, just in case. But even if it is, it's wrong, because it's not an ice bucket challenge. But ice is in it. And it all does end in disaster with the ice. Okay, let's move on now into subscribers. So we've gone up quite a few this week as well. We went from 1,226 to 1,230. That's an increase of 4. And it's just crazy. I don't understand. These are going up quite fast. It's cool. But yeah, we have 4 names this week, which is actually quite cool, because that's how many we increased by. So we'll go through these names now. So this week, we welcome to the community Police Adventurer, the Zythar, Grim Reaper, and 2FCD Grim Reaper. I think the Grim Reaper's coming after me. Anyway, yes, so thank you very much for commenting this week. If you know what the answer to that riddle was, let me know. I could probably Google it and find the answer, but oh well. Okay, so that's that one. Let's just go on to this week's question. But first we'll do last week's question, which was, actually I can't remember. Oh yes, if you had a TV series, what would you like it to be based on in a historical period? We have Max Ravage, who said, I'd like some medieval or dark ages. I enjoy knights and swords a lot. Yes, that will be very good. There is something about the Middle Ages on BBC called The Last Kingdom. It's based on Bernard Cornwell's books. If you can somehow find that online, Max, I think you would very much like that. That is about more like Vikings, but he's sort of like a knight/Viking type thing. It's a bit different, but yeah, it's good. It's really good. Really, really good. And Horia says, I'd guess I'd like to see a TV drama set in the Age of Enlightenment. So yes, that'll be also very nice. Did I say what I wanted? Yeah, I did. Da Vinci. Just a film called Da Vinci. That'd be great. Anyway, that's that. On to this week's question, which is basically, it's do you like Minecraft? Do you like watching the videos and stuff like that? And do you like playing it and stuff like that? Because it's basically, I was like, to get caught up this week. To make sure that I am definitely caught up, I'm staying up later tonight. Like it's 3 o'clock. I should have gone to bed at 11:30. I've got to get up at 6, so timing's not very good. I'm going to get much sleep. But I was trying to think of this week's question. And I thought, while I do that, I'll play Minecraft, which was a bad idea to make because obviously I shouldn't have done, but I did. But I did find the answer from the question from it. Yeah, so do you like that sort of Minecraft? Do you like watching videos or playing it? Let me know. Okay, so on to this week's goals. So last week's goal was to get caught up by Monday. Pretty much are. Obviously, there's a few rendering and upload dates that have sort of mucked it up a little bit, but it's definitely happened, I think. By the early hours of Tuesday morning or Tuesday afternoon, we should be caught up and on track, which is done. I think that's a success. The first success in a while. Great. So this week's goal is, well, it's two, I suppose. Basically, make sure that I'm on track. I've got a little plan to keep on track. I just need to edit this week's videos, and that should be fine. But the real one is to start updating the details of videos. I've missed a load, which is obviously unfortunate. But this week's goal is just to start it and assess the situation, see how many I need to do, and then I can start adding numbers to the goals. But that's this week's goal, to at least start them and assess the situation. But that is it. Yeah, so it's a quick one this week. Not much really going on. Of course, there was only a few comments this week because obviously it was a short time. But yeah, so I'll finish this cup of tea if I pick it up. There you go. That's finished. There's a bit of sugar at the bottom, so it's a bit... Ugh.
A.
Yes, so now we'll go through what the film was last week on the podcast. The film was Willy Wonka. It was the song from the original one with Gene Roddenberry. No, not Gene Roddenberry. That's the Stargate with the actor that died, unfortunately. That version. Yeah, cool. Right, but that is it. So until the next time we meet, farewell. I will now leave you with what film augurs are like onions.
Z.